So let's get started on the value. We know the place is where the digit, which we refer to as the number, is located. The value is how much it's worth. So we're going to look at this 9, and we've established that that 9 is in the hundredths place. How do we know? Well, here's our decimal, and we say tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So it is in our hundredths place. So there's 3 ways to write this. I'm going to show you the first way. It's a simple dot, which represents the decimal, a 0 holding this place that we see right here, and then the 9. We're not going to write the 5 or anything else because we're just looking at that specific value of the 9. What is it worth? It is really, if we look at it in cents, worth 9 cents. So that's one way to write it. So let's write it another way. Another way that we can write it is we can write it in a fraction form. This is something that you learned in 4th grade. So again, we know the place, which is important. It's in the hundredths place. We're writing it like a fraction because it is not a whole number. Everything that's over on this side of our equation or number is on the right side. Therefore, that is not, it's past the decimal. It is not a whole number. It's a piece, a fragment of a whole. The closer that it gets to this decimal, the greater the number. So we know that it's in the hundredths place, so we put the 100 there. And then we know that the number that we're talking about is 9. So we would read it 9 over 100, which we would say 9 hundredths. Next, our last way to write this number would be in a mixture of a fraction and a multiplication problem. So again, we know the place is in the hundredths. So we're going to take our number, which is 9, and we're saying that if we multiply it times 1 over 100, we would get 9 over 100, which would be another way to write it. So those are the 3 ways. So let's review real quickly the 3 ways. 1, we have a decimal, a 0, and then a 9. That is how you would say 9 hundredths, the value. Then we talked about a fraction, 9 over 100. And then our last way is over here with 9 times 1 over 100.